What is the appendix? Even though the function of this appendix is unknown, scientists still believe it still serves a relevant purpose. There are many weird and wonderful things lurking under our seemingly common and boring skin, from the sheer source of life itself to our intricate waste management system, and yet we never really think about them until something goes wrong. What about those parts of the body that are simply forgotten about and have no real purpose, like the appendix? Here we are going to look at what exactly the appendix is and if it actually has a job to do in the modern body. The first question is, where is the appendix? The appendix is an organ located in the lower right of the torso. It can be found between the small and large intestine, also known as the cecum and ileum. It's around 3.9 inches, which is 10 centimeters in length. What is the purpose of the appendix? The second question is, the purpose of this little wonder is actually unknown. It's often thought that it's an organ from a bygone past in which its job was one of the processing raw and dangerous foods. Scientists, however, believe its purpose is still a relevant one. They say it acts as a source of good bacteria waiting in the veins until a serious illness hits and kills all the good bacteria in the system. These include things such as cholera and diarrhea, allowing faster recovery, but is less and less necessary as we develop as a species. The more impressive and relevant role of the appendix is actually found during early developments. The appendix acts as a storage unit for endocrine cells, which are the cells responsible for an array of tasks as a fetus develops and are a key part of our early life. The main job for these cells, among the other things, is to produce certain hormones. The third question is that, do you need your appendix? If there are any issue with this organ, the appendix can happily be taken out without any notable side effects. I am sure we all know somebody who have had it removed. The extraction of is often required for an array of conditions and illness, most commonly appendicitis. It's quite a routine surgery. If the symptoms are missed for some reason and not caught in time, they can cause huge issues for the patient. These include the spread of infection to other areas of the abdomen due to the organ regularly bursting. And did you know the koala bear has a rather remarkable appendix, although technically called the cecum? The organ is often greatly likened to the appendix. Its length is around 6.6 feet, which is about 2 meters, which makes it one of the longest in the world. The main reason for the cecum is to process the tough Australian reefs, which they mainly survive on. What is the largest human appendix? The next question, and we are going to answer it. In Croatia, a 72 years old patient somehow managed to discuss the fact that he possessed a whopping 10.2-inch long appendix. It was only discovered after his death, when it was removed by surgeons in 2006. The first record of appendicitis. It thought that the first written record of the case of appendicitis was in 30 AD by Aretaeus of Cappadocia. Aretaeus actually documented that he drained an abscess from a patient's appendix, but didn't identify what the organ was. In conclusion, if we say, there we have it, the seemingly pointless and unnecessary organ we all possess, which is the butt of every joke about a useless body part, may actually have a job after all. That said, don't let this worry you if you have had removed. The risk outweighed the gain by far, according to those in the know. One thing is for sure, never think anything is useless. Everything has a purpose. From your nails to your heart, there are always a good job for every inch of our bodies.